Here I go again. Another little story. This story is about me working at a store called Anthropologie. I'm throwing in lots of photos about what their window displays were like and just random displays through the store. My story, why I'm telling you this is because then it'll make sense for all of you little beautiful people of why I change my place and why I keep enhancing like everything I have. I'm like, hey, I'm going to try this and that. I get inspired everywhere. I don't watch TV, I watch YouTube. But on the little shows that I watch, there may be something and I pause the video and I'll take a photo and it just sticks with me. And I think, I'm going to make that someday. So anyhow, here I am. I am taking these dried flowers. My inspiration was everything that I put on this log that I found outside, all the succulents, loved them all, but they all died. Everything just dies here. So I don't know if it's too hot under the skylight or like, I don't know. Anyway, I just stopped putting succulents there. And actually, a lot of my plants have died this year. Not really sure why. I hear that about, with other people that they're having these issues. So anyhow, there are a few things that I can grow in these long, they're called donkey's tails. I really love them all. Anyway, my story is about why I'm hanging roses from underneath my tree. They are the roses that I bought when JC passed, and I dried them out, and I thought I just don't want them sitting around. I want to do something with them. So I thought, oh, they're so pretty, just to hang them now through my hallway. And I'm going to add some possibly more lights. I'm not really sure, or maybe the lights will go over my bed and that tree. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. But anyway, this story is about when I walked into Anthropologie for the very first time ever. Directly in front of me, hanging from the ceiling, was a massive chandelier made of tassels. And the chandelier was so big, I think the bottom of it probably was like 6 to 8 feet diameter, like these metal rings that they had suspended from the ceiling. And on each ceiling was a different color tassel. And the tassels were giant. I wish I had a picture. Why don't I have a picture? And they're so big that they actually hand dyed by dipping giant mop heads into a bucket of dye so that they could hang them up, dry them, and get perfect colors. So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. It was like I had died and walked into Anthropologie heaven for eternity. So anyway, my very first day when so I walked around to like David, my husband had taken me there and he was like, you have to go in the store. So anyhow, yes, I got it. Before that, I worked at Forever 21 as a visual merchandiser. Absolutely loved that job, but I'm going to save that story for my very own video about Forever 21 and what happened, because I've never really told anyone, but I'm going to tell now. Anyhow, so when I walked into Anthropologie that day, I was like, oh my God, I have to work here. So sure enough, I applied. Sure enough, I went in, had a little interview, and I got hired. So on my very first day, of course, I'm going to show up early and go around the store. It was like a kid in a candy store. I swear to God, my 5-year-old self came out to play once again, and I was just admiring everything. So yeah, I walk in the great big doors, the Chinook Mall, and I just stand there in awe. And there was a lovely person. She greeted me. She was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, oh my God, this display, these colors here that bounce off the colors over there, the way it's put together, I just can't even, I have nowhere. And I went on and on and on about what anthropology looked like in my brain. This woman, she just stood there and she listened for a good 3 minutes. And then after a while, I snapped out of it, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." Like, "Oh my God, I'm actually here. I work here. This is my first day. I'm here for a training session." And I put my hand out, and I said to shake her hand. I was like, "I'm here for my first shift. I'm going to be training today." And she put out her hand and she said, "Hi, yeah, my name is Carmen. I'm your boss." And we just about died. We have laughed about that story so many times. It is like the best story that you can tell. And obviously, when you're hiring someone, you want to make sure they're actually going to love their job. Well, hey, writing was on that wall how appreciative I was to be working for that business. So, sorry, my phone got cut out, probably because I talk so much. Anyway, Carmen was the best boss, really, ever. Everyone loved her. I didn't meet her originally because there are so many managers and bosses and things like that, but Carmen was way up there, up the chain, up the ladder, and she was the nicest person to work with. And everyone loved her, loves her. We're all still connected to, like today, on social media, and keep in touch here and there. So anyway, that's my cute little story. And now you probably, if you look into what Anthropologie is, it's not just a store, it's actually a lifestyle. So I continue to make my home artsy and cute. And what else am I gonna do? A single woman sitting at home, I have to do something. So I just like to keep myself busy and happy. And I'm always in a great space, a great zone when I'm creating something. It's basically how I unwind from a busy day. And you all know how busy I am. And I can't be more grateful for this world and this life that I have. Anyway, enjoy my little video, and I'll talk to you again soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.